Hello everybody and welcome back to another how-to episode here in Landmark. Today I thought I'd quickly show you guys these new gadgets. They're fairly new. I think the patch came out for these about 2 weeks ago. And this is the Ground Sounder and the Ore Prospector. And they pretty much do exactly what they say or how they're labeled. If we quickly take a look, I'll demo this for you here on the ground. Alright, now that we're at a fairly clear spot here on the map, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what this stuff is all about and how to use it. It's really simple. Once you've crafted the item, just go ahead and throw it on your hotbar here. And so let me get rid of these. Doesn't confuse you. Here we go. Let's go with the Ore Prospector. I'll just hit 0. You can see we get a little sound effect, and we can see all these dots show up here on our map. And these are all the locations of ores. So we can start, as you can see, one right here. What's also really cool is that it actually shows you the size of the vein and how deep it goes. And this looks like some tungsten ore. As you can see, it's all around on my map. Now if I hit the map key, these won't show up, so they only show up here in your camera view. Let's head on over here to this guy that's about 70 meters away. And we've got some more tungsten. I'll go ahead and I'll hit it again, and you'll see here at the bottom of the screen there's going to be a cooldown. About 32 seconds. But what's cool is these dots here on your map, basically in your viewport, will stay for as long as that cooldown is going down. So for about 30 seconds, you're going to have these markers here show up. The little sort of 3D preview of it inside the ground will go away much quicker, as you saw. But it's a really great way to quickly find ores versus just trying to find this stuff. Like tungsten against grass can sometimes be really hard to see. And something we definitely struggled with back in alpha was, you know, some of the textures were changing for ores and minerals, so sometimes it was really difficult to find some of these ores and precious gems. Now outside of ore, we've also got the Ground Sounder, and this is going to find your precious minerals and gemstones. So I'll go ahead and I'll click that guy. Same sort of sound and animation, but as you can see, there's far fewer of these guys. And most of them are pretty far away from where I am. Here we go, there's about 60 meters. I don't know what that is until I start digging it up. That actually looks like obsidian, maybe? Let's dig it up and find out. I'm just gonna open up my loot here. Get some dirt and some essence of earth and yeah, obsidian. So really precious metals and gemstones and things like that will show up with the Ground Sounder. And it has the same exact, I think this cooldown is a little bit shorter. No, it's about the same. So you can click both of them at the same time as well. They're about 32 seconds of a cooldown. But I definitely recommend just going out and searching for either ores or minerals depending on what you need, and only doing one at a time, because it can be confusing if you've got both active, as you can see here, of what's what. And after you've built your claim, I definitely recommend building one of these. That's really going to help you find the ores and things like that faster. And in case any of you are wondering what the material requirements are, let's head back to the crafting forge here, and then I'll show you the requirements real quick. And now that we're here back at the crafting area, I'm going to go ahead and click on the Tinkerer's Workshop, and we're going to scroll on down to Utility. And here are the Ore Prospectors and the Ground Sounders. And the Ore Prospector is you're going to need 20 iron ingots, 15 elemental iron, 5 wild heartwood, and 250 aquamarine. Pretty much all tier 2 stuff. And if you go with the Ground Sounder, that's 1000 agate, 250 aquamarine, 5 wild heartwood, and 15 elemental iron. So the requirements to build these aren't really that steep, and you can find this stuff pretty quickly on any of the tier 2 maps. And you might even be able to find some of the tier 2 stuff on the tier 3 maps. But also keep in mind that eventually, if I remember correctly, and correct me if I'm wrong, all minerals and gems, ores and things like that are all going to be available on one map. So whatever map you're on, you'll be able to find all minerals and gemstones. So these little handy tools are really going to come in really handy, as the ores are going to be more spread out, and there's going to be a little bit tougher to find every tier on one map. Alright guys, that about does it for this episode. Just a really quick how-to on how to use these new items we've got. And just to quickly recap here, the Ore Prospector is for finding ores such as copper and iron. And the Ground Sounder here is to find your precious minerals and gems, things like agate and tourmaline, things like that. And again, all you gotta do is go ahead and click on these guys once you've crafted them, once you've thrown them down on your hotbar. And you'll get a cooldown about 30 seconds, but you also see these icons show up here on your map, showing you how far away they are and which direction. Alright guys, if you enjoy the content, as always, feel free to subscribe. If you got a question, feel free to leave one in the comments section below. Till next time everybody, take care.